So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
All right. A little bit late to the party, but technical difficulties got worked out. Here we are. A little unfamiliar with each of these players, but semifinals here looks like a 9 ball. Little confused if it's a race to 9, but then the bottom race says to 11. So try and get that cleared up so I know what I'm looking at. Overrolls that one just a bit. He might be able to see the left hand edge. Probably going to try and play a slow safe. Yeah. Leaks out on him a little bit. That 6 and 3 are definitely in a difficult position, so shouldn't be selling out too much. You might actually elect to play the 2-9 combo here and kind of stick the cue ball over behind the 3. Depending on the angle, which pocket he goes for, he might actually play it to the bottom right corner, I would assume, just so that there's a little bit more angle on the 2 ball. Not too bad. Might leave the 1 rail there. I think he got up tight enough on the 3 not to see the pocket. Oh, you could see that whole ball. Camera angles be a little bit deceiving. Getting a little bit of reverberation, so let me try and play with that. Got new equipment here that I'm getting figured out just a little bit. See if that's any better. Thank you, Patrick. Not exactly sure if I'm trying to pronunciate that Legion there, but appreciate the feedback. Always want to not be sounding like a complete clown on here. That was a nice safety. I was kind of looking down, but leaves a tough jump, but might get behind the 9. Definitely didn't leave anything easy here. Could elect to thin it in, but letting the cue ball get a little bit wild there. I don't really see much other option though. Nice play there. Leaves it in a difficult banking position, a tough cut. Might elect to play the safe, but I think thinning off of the right-hand side of the ball and avoiding the side pockets a little bit on the dicey side of things where those points or where the scratch becomes big, so probably the 5 ball. Wow. What a cut. No problem. Got over where you got to look at the 6 too. I always hate these kind of lies where it's that touchy kind of slow roll in to hold for the 7. But he plays it nice. 2 rails and out. Nice confident play that I'm seeing. Somebody in the chat, let me know which of the 2 players. I think this is Brian Wallace. It's at the table right now. Really strong out here if he's able to tie up these 2 balls. I'll figure out who's shooting right now as soon as they update the score. That was a pretty strong out there. Avoiding going 2 rails on the scratch to get good on the 7 after that long down the rail cut with the 5. Very nice. Thanks, Justin, for letting me know that's Brian. Red shirt is DEEPAK. Pronouncing that correctly?
Hey, Trevor.
How we doing?
I'm doing very good. I thought I'd jump in for a little bit of commentary, but I'm not sure if the internet bandwidth is going to hold up for two commentators. And yeah, I'm seeing already that it's getting real choppy. So this might have to be a solo project for you.
All
I
right.
don't want, yeah, I don't want to interrupt the stream, but I can see right away as soon as I jumped in as the second
Oh, yeah.
commentator, it got real choppy. So, but yeah, I was going to let you know Deepak is in the pink shirt, and this is Brian is the one that just broke. And all right, well, I'm going to jump out so we can actually watch the stream in better quality. So,
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for the update. Appreciate you.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Now I know the little bit about what's going on here. Brian Wallace is one here shooting. So that last cut, I think he's favored. Ooh, little bit overcut, but that was definitely a tough shot. All right, Deepak, excuse me on the pronunciation. Looks like he just got there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got enough of that edge of that ball. Pretty nice speed control to get on the right hand side of that line to be a little bit more natural on his next positional play. Hold up. All right. Looks like he's sizing up the 3-9 combo. I don't really see a safety option with this, so I think he's going to be going both barrels at the pot. Ooh, almost hung up there to hide it. Long combo with some distance in between them. This is no hanger, but it is a swing at the game. He might actually elect to go straight into the 3 and go into the long rail and kind of let the 3 get away from the 9. But he just goes straight into it with confidence. Nice shot. All right. Looks, I'm not sure if it's opponent break or opponent rack or if it's an alternating break format. Appears to be an alternate break because Brian just got that last game and now we got Deepak to break. Couple of clusters, doesn't look like anything goes. This is going to be a little bit of a tough rack to get out of unless that 2 ball goes and can work something out with the 4 ball tucked underneath the 9 there, but might see a little bit of safety battle going on with this rack with as difficult as it's laying. Got a little kick off the 8, but still looks like he's got to look at the 2. Running right into the 6, so it makes it very difficult to know exactly what the cue ball is going to do afterwards. Taking a look at it, looks like it's going to be a pretty close hit, but should be pretty obvious. Oh yeah, no problems. I like that. Play it at slow speed. Just leave the cue ball there where you're for sure to have a look. Nothing fancy. Especially if he's got enough room behind that 9 ball to be able to just pot it straight in there. But he definitely wants to get up near where he's at now to have some options. Uh-oh, 5 ball. Taking a look down, seeing kind of what's available. It might be a kick to combo to another bank in the top right corner, depending on how aggressive he wants to go here and how close they are together. It looks like it's heading a little bit wide, but kind of coming into it at that angle. If they're frozen, should pinch it a little bit. Or just go straight in the hole. Can't see anything happen. Body language makes me think it didn't go. Good solid try there. Didn't give up an easy shot. Is he banking it? No, I'm just playing safe. Nice shot. Six ball definitely impedes into the one railer to a certain degree. He's probably going to play it with a little bit of draw or go 2 rails. Came in just behind it. Sells a little bit out, but unless you're loading up some inside or outside, I think if he just plays just straight top, he's going to be kind of coming into the bottom right of the 9 ball, but should be able to bend it with some outside and get around it nicely on the 5. Steep cut though. Handles it very nicely. Wanted a little bit more out of it, but I think he should be able to hold this. Might end up over close by the 7. Don't want to slow much. He's thin. Half ball hits like this, thin him too much, you'll undercut him. Let's see how he plays it. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Unfortunate to get up on the rail there, but I think he should be okay. Just straight top, maybe a touch, a little bit of outside or inside right hand English. Ooh. Yeah, being stuck up on the rail and having to stroke the ball like that, it gets real tough. It looks like he may have left it pretty tough, being not only hooked behind the ball, but it looks like it's sitting right on that point. So even though it looks like it's right in the jaws, you still have to hit this ball pretty accurately. Scratch comes into play while jumping it, and it kind of wanting to track over to the top right, so you can get some draw on it. Yeah. Having to pinching it right on the rail with it being frozen like that's a tough roll. Looking to connect the dots on these last 4 balls to bring it to a 2-2. It's a little bit odd on the angle here. We have to float over to the right side. Held it nicely though, very nice. Stop shot out. Very nice. Took advantage of getting a little bit of a unfortunate roll being froze on the rail to a fortunate roll, but that is the way this game goes sometimes. Right, I think it should be back to Brian's break here. I think when I was looking at the bracket for this tournament here, I think Brian Wallace was listed as a 660 Farco and DEEPAK was around a 580, I believe. That's off of memory. Oh no. Gets kicked. Oh, hangs up. Still don't think that there's a direct line at the one. Probably going to see a push out here just because of the way the two balls tied up. I think electing to kick at it. I think this 4-ball play is pretty big to kind of sell out a shot fairly easy. Maybe you can see a little edge of this. Now it looks like he's massing. Oop. Bent it around, got a hit. Might work out good after this one shot, thinning it into the side there. It's going to kind of come into that 2-7. See how it works out. Ooh, right straight in the face of the 9. That's not going to hurt too bad. I think he's got enough of that too to work with. Definitely going to be interacting with the 6 a little bit here. See how he kind of works his way out of that one. Plays the bank. Nice shot. Might see him go for the carom here. Might see him play the bank and the carom at the same time. Kind of looks like it lends a little bit naturally to that, but gotta figure out what you want to do and focus up on it. So you get another roll, freezing it up on that ball where it blocks the pocket. Body language is making me think that it can go. I think you would have liked to have ran into that 9 ball to keep this from being so steep. Yeah, that's a tough position to find in. Leaves almost the same cut angle, maybe a little bit steeper here. Gotta watch out for the one rail into the opposite side pocket. Yeah, he likes to play a nice safety here, especially if he can get up on that 5. Doesn't cover all of it, but definitely limits the options down. Ooh, wow. Brian is not catching any rolls right now, that is for sure. Tough to fade sometimes. Pretty straightforward out here, especially if you can get up onto the right-hand side of the 6 ball. Not by much. Just want to be a little bit above the center of the table. Ooh, that's a little bit far. Might have to take a tough shot on the 7. Just roll forward some. Just like that. That's not too bad. I think this, does anybody know, is this a 7-foot table? It's kind of a little bit tough to tell. I believe it is just by looking at it. Maybe somebody in the chat can let me know. I'm not familiar with this venue. I've not been there myself. Nice shot, DEEPAK. Gets himself a nice look on the 9. Capitalizes on another opportunity here to make it 3-2, and I believe he's also breaking. Don't think that they have any irregular rules. It looks like the 2 balls kind of been randomly placed. But if anybody knows if it's 2 ball in the back 2 spots or anything like that, please let me know. Just like to know the rules of the tournament. I kind of jumped into this last minute here. Just want to check out this venue and these guys playing. Gets 2 on the break. 4 ball gonna impede on the 2. Nope, looks like you can at least see it. Safety option. Probably forward, roll forward and get up on that 3-8 ball, I believe. This is purely a speed control shot. Looks like he's hit it pretty good. A little bit wide though. Looks like you can see part of it, maybe the full ball. If he can, he's probably going to draw 2 rails with it. Yeah. Ooh, catches the 8 though. Curious if that 3 ball there slides between the 8 and the 9. Looks like he's putting a little bit of inside English to check it up. Tough line to kind of smooth this ball in. Can't put too much speed on it with the way the 4 ball lays there on the rail. Yeah, slow rolling those long cuts like that. Tough. Had nice speed on it, but it's tough to know how that ball is going to grab depending on what the humidity conditions are and how clean the balls are. Brian with a chance here to tie it back up. Little bit steep of an angle on here to comfortably draw back to center table. He might come up in close proximity with the 6, kind of smooth stroking. Oh, he got lots out of that. Nice stroke on that ball, that's for sure. A little bit of an awkward reach for a right-handed player here with that back pocket, but should be able to handle it. Nice shot. Curious to see if he elects just to roll forward and kind of interact with the left-hand side of the 9, or if he tries drawing it. I think it's definitely the 50-yard line where both are a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, he elected to run into the 9. You get enough out of it to get it into the side pocket. If not, he's probably going to play the bank. Good solid try there. A little Little unfortunate not to get a better look at it, but sometimes you just got to work with what you're given. This is no hanger here. Little tester shot. Smooth it right on in. Yeah. Just tough enough, unfortunately. This one's got a couple of scratch opportunities that you gotta find a way to avoid. I think just top should be okay. Maybe just the tip of top, not a whole lot. Oh, put a whole bunch outside, like I said. Oof. Yeah, I always feel like there's 3 scratch options on that shot. And I find myself in my mistakes making it in that pocket that he came close to, trying to avoid the other 2, but he handled it nicely done. Patrick saying he thought he was going to go into the corner with draw. Not sure if he was talking about the cue ball or the object ball there. But we got a tied ball game, 3-3. This table seems to be breaking a little bit tough. Corner ball is not going, well, went that time. Last 3 breaks. Maybe that's what I gotta do, is say something's not happening, and then it changes it up. Nice break. Gotta look at the 1. 2 balls laying pretty peculiar. Might have to play the combo there. Can't tell if that's the 8 ball or the 4 ball. Color scheme's a little bit tough. I think it's the 2-8. Patrick thought he was going to play that last 9 ball down the rail. Ooh, I like this positional play. Play a nice, easy safe here. Can probably just power it out of there and just make it a stop shot if you got enough of an angle and use a 9 and 8 as coverage. Yeah, needs to bounce out a little bit, make it tough. Depending on how locked up on the 9 ball there, it may make the 1 railer hard to access without masse. Nice contact, gets a little fortunate roll, gives a little hand wave there. Out comes a jump cue. Might see the 9 ball get moving on this shot. Yeah, 6 ball blocked the 9 from having a chance, but I think he's gonna get pretty containing. Being at that distance and on the rail, cutting this in is no easy task. Looks like he's thinning off of it and playing safe. Hold up on the 3. Wow, look at that speed control. Nice safety there. That's tough. Real easy to sell that one out over rolling it past the 3 ball for sure, but he hit it real good. Hit it good, had a chance to get by that 5 and hang up, but just clipped it and ends up selling out a shot. Taking a look at that 6 ball beyond the 9 if you can get enough of an access at it. Kind of dealer's choice on which shot you feel comfortable here with draw or following through, rolling straight up, or yeah. Got a nice angle on this ball. Might actually see him break out the 6 if it's not able to be pocketed currently. Oh. May have been thinking about how tight that next shot on the 6 was and got a little distracted, but once again he gets another fortunate roll to leave Brian hooked. Yeah. DEEPAK definitely getting away with a few rolls here, and anybody in Brian's situation might feel a little bit of the frustration getting so many consecutive rolls, but hey, that's 9 ball, that's for sure. Let's see if he can get... Yeah, he's looking at that real close. It's got to be super tight. Wondering if he's gonna try and get into this. No, he's just shooting straight up to get the look on it. I think he just got to the angle he was pointing at. We'll see how much of it he's got. Oh yeah, no problem. Oof. Would definitely not have minded for a little half ball hit there to have them kind of follow each other down to the pocket, but tough look here. Got the 8 land there by the side pocket. Probably gonna elevate a little bit and put a little top on it and follow around or draw. Man, it's tough. I think if he plays it in the side, he's going to play it with draw. If he plays it up top, he might play it with top. All right, an opportunity for Brian here. Not an easy out with the 8 ball laying where it's at still. I think he's going to probably follow forward, or if he can stun all the way to the rail, that'd be ideal. Nice shot. Very nicely controlled. I think he's far enough in front of the side pocket, doesn't have to worry about involving the point in the shot to smooth it in. Brian takes it down, and I believe it's Brian's break coming right up. Well, DEEPAK is breaking or racking, so I might be mistaken there. Oh, that's right. Said they weren't getting the wing ball to go, and Brian got that wing ball to go the last rack. Another cluster around the rack there. Doesn't look like the one has an available pocket. He might go down and look at that 9 ball off of the 2 and see if he can play the carom. Just selecting the play safe. I like that. Look out, corner pocket. Ouch. Clint Reese in the chat says, nice finish, Brian. It was. That was no easy. It was only a 3 ball out, but it was not an easy one, that's for sure. Nice safety there. Difficult to run into this one ball and not sell out a shot with all that open space up table. But with the 2 ball being kind of tied up against the 9, I don't think he's too worried about selling out a shot. Just wants to make the good hit here. We'll find out here shortly if they're playing a 3-foul rule. I would have think so, with him taking ball in hand and playing immediate safe afterwards. Following it up with another one. If he sticks him right up on this 2-9. Yeah, that's tough. Might have left the 2-rail or 3-rail option. Pretty odd angle to kick 3 rails into it or 2 rails into it, but it does play pretty big going that way. Gotta get a rail. Damn. Zach in the chat says hello. DEEPAK plays a nice 3-foul safety. Locks it up pretty good. Did get contact with that last ball, but just no rail. That is a tough line to come into. Now it looks like it's down to just a race or 5. Does anybody know in the chat if it's a race to 9 or a race to 11? I'm getting 2 things on the screen. I'm not sure which of the 2 it actually is. Man, Brian is just getting unfortunate rolls after unfortunate rolls. I'm feeling for him. Nice break. Got a little clipped into the side. I think he has no problem with the point there to smooth this one in. Maybe get to the far side of the table for the 4. Nope. Holds up. Port, no problem. Let the stroke out on this one. It's pretty straight. Might be able to draw it. Just clears the side pocket. Nice stroke. Nice stroke. Excuse me. Little unorthodox safety there, but didn't free up the 6. Even if he does make a good hit on it, he still kind of has that to contend with. Brian makes the hit. Wow. Hits it good, and it rolls the last 2.5 feet into straight in for him. So if he just stops it here and kind of has something in mind for the 9, or he's going to break her out. Oof. Difficult lay here. Wow, what speed control, especially if he hooked him on that 9. That's a tough one to hold up there and not let it squeak out. Are they going to try for surgery or just leave it be? Looks like it's real tight at being able to see the 6. This is one of the few moments that I get frustrated with the template rack. Every other opportunity, I love them, but ooh, need to turn that sideways. Very nice. DEEPAK looked like he liked the lay of how it was from before, so looks like they did a good job. Patrick Nix in the chat calls that a ractomy. Ractectomy. Trying to think about how to pronunciate that. And overrule this one a little bit. Oh, I'm getting some lag in my feedback. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit choppy. I'm not going to try it again, Patrick. It's a tongue twister. When I'm saying it in my head, it sounds funny. It reads well. Getting a little bit of jumpiness on the feet. It looks to be clearing up, though. I was having a hard time tracking what was going on, but it looks like Brian's getting an opportunity here to take the lead at 5-4. This looks like a valley table, maybe a little tighter pockets than I'm used to seeing on valley, so I think they call that where they do like the diamond rail modification, where it plays closer to a diamond with the way the pockets are cut and the type of rails. All right. Thought Brian won the lag off of how I was counting the game, so it should be DEEPAK. Man, I'm having troubles with that name. I keep looking at it and trying to mispronunciate it, so my apologies. Alright, see if we can get that wing ball to go. Looks like the 8 ball. Ouch. It's kicked into the pocket. Yeah, that wing ball on his break's getting a little bit high of the corner pocket, which lends me to think that he might be cutting that break just a little bit too much on the left hand side. But I haven't broken on this table to know for sure. Analyzing how to get out on this rack. The 1 to the 2's gotta find a very specific path. I think you might try and follow up and kind of split the 6 and the 5. I think if he can get that second rail about 4 inches above that side pocket, he should be on a good line for the 2. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some lagginess here going on. Having a hard time telling what's happening.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you.
Now I see why we're having a little bit of lagginess. We're trying to get the banner put up. Hill brackets and Wolfpack.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight.
Nice safety there. I'm kind of having to commentate once the balls stop moving because things are jumping around pretty hard right now. I'm messaging support and kind of seeing what's happening there. Ooh. Looked like he was in fine form there. Just got a little bit of that point. Alright, looks like the banners are up and it's looking a whole lot smoother now. So now I'll be able to see exactly what's going on rather than just waiting for the balls to stop moving because it's hard to track. Tough cut there to hold up for. He played a little bit of speed and didn't quite get it to work out, but gives Brian a chance to kind of stun over as close as he can get to that long rail that he's leaning on. Nice speed control. That's about as perfect as you could hope for. It's a nice stop shot. It's able to work it off the rail a little bit more, make the cue ball a little easier access. Little overdrew there. Gonna definitely have to. Think you can thin this in, be no problem on the. Yeah, no problem. You can get a little bit questioning if the side pocket comes in there, if it gets a little bit fuller than that, but once it gets thin, it shouldn't be any concern of the side pocket. He handled that cut nicely. I think that brings it to 6-4. Brian. He'll probably update the score once he's done racking here. Justin, our amazing support guy, he gets in the chat and says, sorry about the choppiness, had to add some banners as we see We love sponsors of the game. That's what helps us be able to play different events with little better payouts and bring things like this to different venues. So, yeah, nice break. Good spread. A little bit of distance on the one. Likely to play a safety here unless he's feeling real strong about the carom into the 5. But I think you got to play that at such a speed that you're kind of leaving a little bit too much to chance there. But see what he elects to do here. Kind of a tough safe to play with that 2 ball kind of being in the way. Yeah, it's tough speed control there. Didn't sell anything easy out. Probably returned safe playing the one between the 8 and the 6 and kind of leaving the cue ball on the bottom rail. A little bit overhit. I think that's a 2 ball backup table, so it created good distance here where it's difficult to find a line backup table. Might actually elect to play safe here. Oh wow, he was firing. Is Brian gonna get a roll? No, he hasn't gotten a roll all night. I don't know about that. I'm just feeling for him because he got so many rolls against him early on. Nice speed control there. Oh, I'm looking at the 4 ball thinking it's the 2. A little bit straight on the funky line here. Probably a little bit of stun. Right hand English to get right back up on the 5. Yeah, just like that. Nice shot. Yeah, you got to be pretty straight on that one to be able to draw up for the 6 on the side. That's at least how I was visualizing this out. Looks like DEEPAK had the same mind. Nice stroke there. Gets to the good side of the 6 where you can just kind of stun it in and stay in that perfect line for the 8. He may play, looks like he's playing top. Might be a little confused at the angle here. A little on the thin side. Gets a little funny. Gotta just bear down on what you decide to do, because when you're on those 50-yard line shots, it's hard to make up your mind sometimes. Very nice stroke. I like that little extra pause at the object or cue ball, really bearing down what he needed to do. Laid down a nice stroke, gives him the game. Nicely handled. Closes the gap. Yeah, this is pretty cool to be able to commentate. I think this venue is up in Canada. At least when I looked at the tournament bracket that DEEPAK sent me, it was a lot of Canadian players. So I'm down here in Medford, Oregon, commentating on a match that's 2 full states away, and being able to check out some players I don't think I've ever even get to see shoot before. So pretty awesome technology. Happy to be a part of it. Look out, 9 ball. Ooh, it was creeping. Looks like it's a dry break with a look at the one ball. I think he can just stop it right there and have enough of the two to work with. Dangerous break to come up dry on with a 9-ball hanging in the pocket like that. He may have just gotten just a little bit, or now he's kind of forced to have to just stop it. Oh, slows it in. I like that. Right into the side. Nice pattern. Probably just going to roll forward on this one as well. Oh, just caught the point. Dang. Tough to say what line he has here. Might be able to just go straight down. Oh, he's trying to play safe. Does it hold up enough? I think he has the pocket block there. And maybe even an edge of the 3. Might be able to go off the back of the 3 and get the 5. Oh. Ooh. Uh-oh. He can either swing at the cheese. Yeah, he's looking right at the 9-ball. Tough shot here. Long distance. For the game, though. Oh, he gets it. Wow. Just caught enough of it. Ouch. Yeah, that was a nice shot there. Good safety. Gave up the option where he had the kick at the ball and gave him that opportunity. DEEPAK's putting up a good fight. Making good decisions, making the good strokes when he needs to. Going neck and neck. Nice break there. Really squatted the cue ball. I mean, that rolled back about 8 inches and just stopped. Good solid contact. Gives him an opportunity to look at the 1. It is a combo, but that 3-ball hangs right in the pocket. Got lots of different ways you can interact with it and get a look at the 1-ball afterwards. Yeah. Nicely handled. 2-ball lays real well. I think everything is pretty out in the open here. Just got to pick your pattern and bear down and get through it. Gets himself comfortably on the right hand side of the shot line so we can draw back up for the 4. I think he wants to be kind of hitting this with some outside and kind of tracking along this line here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong ball. I'm looking at the 4-ball. Excuse me. Color is difficult to see at times. Is he going to get around the 5? Just clear it or bumps it? Just catches the edge. Might be looking at the 9 carom here. You can play this at the right speed, then enough to ride the 9 a little bit and put the 5 right in behind the 6, but man, you gotta hit that thin. Yeah, it's a tough lay either way. What's he? Has he got clearance past the 6? Oh, just plays the combo. Look at that shot. Nice solution to that situation there. Lots of movement out of that stroke. Nice out there. That was a nice 5-6 combo. Into the side pocket, no less. They're just taking blows. One game, going back and forth. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on how he hits the one ball. If he hits it a little bit too far on the left side, or if he kind of corrects it and gets a little bit fuller, he may have, depending on how the table plays too, that spot can be difficult to get that one ball tight, and that may be why he's not getting that wing ball to go. Kind of stepped away. Maybe they're taking a little break here. I'm going to grab a beverage real fast while I think they're taking a break. I'll be right back. Looks like I got back just in time. Let's see if that wing ball goes. Wing ball does not go, but it goes in the side pocket. 9 ball was moving. Interacted with the 6 a little bit there. I think it may have given him just enough of that 1 ball to pocket it. I think if it would have just missed that 6, he would have been stuck right behind it, but I think he got a nice little bump. Nice shot. Good speed on it. Nicely on the 4. He's got the 3 ball there. He's got a nice little angle on the 4 to get over into the 5 for the same side. Yeah, he's pretty straight. Probably gonna see him play the bank here. Might actually drag this bank out and play into the 9 ball, but likely not. Probably just play it with top and run around for the 6. Handles that bank nicely. Looking at the 7, I think it squeaks by there. It looks like there's enough room, but it is pretty tight. Coming over from the other side and taking a look. I think he wants to be as close to that long rail that the 7's on as possible. Probably gonna kind of end up right around in here if he has his way with it. little overhit, but I think you can still work with it. Probably just draw straight over to the other side of the table, somewhere in here. I try and not hit that long rail on the other side just to eliminate the scratch option. Yeah, no problem. I think this is going to be the first break and run that I've witnessed in this set. Got to bear down on this 8, and the 9's pretty available. Nice out. The way DEEPAK is playing, I think he's pretty favored to make this 9 and tie it back up. Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Break and run. With style. Nice little bank action in there and worked it out. Maybe we'll see a break and run fest here. See if Brian can answer. Last time he parked the cue ball right here, like just came straight back and stopped. See how close he gets back to that same spot again. Little pop break there. Wing ball still goes. Come on, one ball, get around there. Probably gonna play. Man, that's might even just elect to go for the thin hit and come back up behind the 9 and the 6. Yeah, just like this. Oh, is it gonna find the window though? Wow. A little tough to tell, but I think he's got the window, but if he does, it should just be a pure high ball. Maybe a touch outside just to kind of get clear of the 5 and the 7. Found the hole. Nice shot. Coming around 2 rails here, more than likely for the 3 ball. He's gonna come wide. Just bumped into it. Yeah, had he just cleared that ball, he had a nice line to get into the side pocket, be able to roll up on the 4. Now he's had to contend with the 5 ball. I think he's likely to stun it right along this line. Gonna have to probably put a little bit of inside English to have it kind of catch out over into here. I don't think he's got enough access at the bottom of his ball nut. I'm looking at that. Just had to interact with the 5 and yeah, tough position to be in here. Just stroke it out, run into the 6, and hope you get clear to the 9, come back up table. Yeah, you gotta hit this so perfect, it's not even funny. Don't think he can squeeze between the 6 and the 9 there. Drawing it's gonna kill it up table, I think. trying to get on that 5. You just got to run into the 6 and hope for the best here. I just elected to go safe. I like that. I like that a lot. So I think the way that turned out is the side pocket there blocks the one railer. Also, the one railer long rail is going to be blocked by the 7. You might be able to twist this into the... Oh, wow. You could see the whole ball. Been difficulty seeing the camera angles. Good attempt. That was no easy shot. Man, I think maximum draw, you can come right up along this line. But he's playing with top. Come around 3 rails. Gotta miss that 9 and the 6 though, going this route. Just gets by him. Oh, looked like a little bit of a miscue there. Looked like it deflected on him quite a bit. Load up with inside, come off the second rails back over into here. Oh, just stunned straight out and over. Same result. 2 different ways you can get there. Dealer's choice on how they like to play it. Woof, he got a lot out of that. I think it's still pretty available. Gonna be thinning it like right along here, and it's gonna come up alongside. You just gotta play that speed just right. Perfect. Man, he stroked that ball. It looked like he barely even struck it, but nice, smooth stroke. You get a lot of action. All right. Back to DEEPAK's break. He broke and ran the last one. Seen something he didn't like there in the rack, decides to re-rack it. This is a race to 9, like the above the scoreboard says Brian's on the hill. I'm not sure because it also says a race to 11, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Crushed those balls. Wow. I don't think the cue ball was touching the felt until it hit the side rail there after the break. Does he play this with top and bank it in? Come back out to center table? Or is he going to play safe? Gonna get there, 6 ball. Ooh, just barely squeaks out. Had a little wry smile as he walked by there. He almost got it real good. Still a tough cut. Cue ball is gonna kind of be clipping along here. Or you just shoot it straight into the hole. I'm having difficulty. I'm trying to look at that. It sure does look like the two balls up table there. He may be looking at the carom into the 9, but he's looking at like this is the two ball, but I just cannot tell the two colors on those two balls. Now I see why TV balls are so important. Nice combo. Brian shoots his combos real well. I think he's 4 for 4 on combos in this set. Some of them are some doozies. It's up high enough where it's nice and comfortable on the 3. Pretty sure the 5 plays past the 6. This is a race to 9. This could be the out for the match. Going for the extension rather than reaching out to the end of your ropes. Wonder if he plays his 2 rails back up for the 5, or if he tries. Yeah, it looks like he's playing the 2 rail. Play a little bit more speed on it. Or he's just playing it in the side. Maybe it doesn't go in the bottom corner. Nice positional speed control there for sure. So if he's dead straight and can just... He's looking like he's got a little bit of a cut angle, so he's going to go back out off of the long rail. But if he is real straight and can just stop there, I think it plays a pretty natural draw stroke straight back up for the 9. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a cut. I'll play it with top. Ooh. Should be just about perfect. The way he's been stroking the ball, he has no problem getting up table for this one. Oh my goodness. Maybe the angle was just a little bit funky there, and he was trying to cheat the pocket just a little bit to get up clear of the 9. Dicey's safe if he's cutting this. Oof. Wow. Pretty unorthodox safety there, but wow, it worked out really well. But the bank playing on does lead to natural position. He could cut it in coming up 2 rails as well. Yeah, real natural position. As long as that corner pocket doesn't come into play. Oh yeah. We'll see if it's handshaking or if we're going to 11. Yeah, going to 11. Brian needing 2. DEEPAK needing 4. Brian's breaking. DEEPAK needs an opportunity here in this next rack to keep the pressure on. Brian's definitely in the mindset if he can break and run this, he's in great position for the set. See how the break goes. It's the one in the side. No, that looked like the one. This is the 5 down here. Gosh, I have such a hard time being able to tell the difference between the 2 and the 4, but I think the 2 ball's up here by the 5. The way he's looking at it. If that's the case, it's pretty tough safety. Could always try and thin it. Run into the 7 ball there. Ooh, good effort. That was a tough shot. DEEPAK got a little pep to the step, excited to have an opportunity to be at the table. Playing safe here. It kind of looked like he was aiming to the left-hand side of the ball. Oof. Pretty tough lay, though, being tree-topped over the ball, having to play it into the side. Definitely cuts down on the accuracy. You gotta stroke this real good. Wow, nicely done. Handled that like it was just another day at the park. He's gonna split the 6 and the 9. Or is he gonna come straight up between the 8 and the 9? Nope. Kinda got into the 8. Don't think he's got enough of this edge of the ball. But if he does, he's likely to be able to run right into the 9. I just don't think so. He's looking at it real close. You kind of do a kick and stick though. If he doesn't have enough of it, and play it over by the 6 ball. Yeah. It's a 7. Oh, come on. Man, that would have been damn good safety there. Still not easy. Long and straight, 5 on the opposing long rail. Got a little bit of a cut though. But I think as close as he is to the rail, he's going to have to elevate a little bit to get the draw he needs. But playing it with straight top, you got to really, yeah, he's drawing the ball. Tough position being down here and being left with this much of a tester here. Both of these players been stroking the ball real well though. Wow, nice. Nice pot. One more toughie. How'd he hit it? Perfect. Think he's gonna just be able to roll straight up. Well, he's drawing the ball. Gotta be careful of that bottom corner pocket though. Looks like it's a little bit gonna be drawn over that way. Oh yeah, he's able to get way around it. Get there. Probably gonna thin off the right side of it and come around over by the 8 ball. It's got the speed. Is he gonna get there? Ah, good effort. It's a tough safety to have to play to get the full hook. Did not give up anything easy here. Being up 2 games, he's definitely balancing out the thought of just banking the ball because the safety's just as difficult. Not sure what he was pointing at there. Is that his bank line? It was. How'd he hit it? Nicely done. Yeah, being up a couple of games towards the end of the set, that makes that a little bit easier to shoot at, but at the same time, it was the shot just because safety was also so difficult. Nice shot. All right, Brian's first one to the hill. Looks like both the players stepped away for a little break. DEEPAK taking a little break to kind of collect himself, being down, needing 4-1 on the games. Just got to bear down on this next game, stay in the moment. Gets a ball. One ball's left in a pretty precarious situation. Kind of curious where his state of mind is here. He may just fire at this bank and come around for the 2. If they end up both going, but yeah, it looks like he's going right for the bank. Just came up a little bit short. Gonna sell out the straight in open table. Yeah, being down a couple of games, you feel a need of urgency to kind of make some things happen. Brian with an opportunity to run this out for the set. I think the only thing difficult here is just getting correct on the 3 ball here. If you got too much of a cut line, getting into that 6 ball gets funny. You can't go too far on the 3 because the 9's there, but he's been drawing the ball real well. Real controlled. I think he's got just enough to clear the 6. No, went to go a little wide there, got a little into it. Yeah, that was needed to be a little bit straighter on the 3, but still can see the 4. He has tough line if you're trying to come back around for the 5 ball and trying to pot this ball. It's a tall order. I know he's definitely thinking of going on the offensive here if he can help it. If he does and goes for it, we could see a pretty fantastic shot here. If you can thin this, get the cue ball right along this line here, could come back up and around the table for the 5 ball. But it looks like definitely had that shot in mind, just ended up coming right back at the 5. Good solid effort there though. Probably paying the blank. If he took on that last shot, he's probably... Is it gonna get it and give a look? Oh. Little glimmer of hope for DEEPAK. Wonder if he can see enough of this edge to consider the bank cross corner. Double kiss does definitely play into this shot. Looking at the kick lines. A little bit more speed there would have been much more containing. This is no easy shot for sure, but there is definitely the line to thin it. Kind of play the cue ball. Something like that. Just gotta avoid the points if you play that line. Scratch is a pretty low percentage, but catching that point and sending yourself back up table is definitely happened to us. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Fantastic, especially under the pressure. Probably follow 2 rails back out. Watch outside pocket. Oh, he's fine. Tough roll to end up on the rail though. Should be manageable, but the pressure of being down and your opponent on the hill, this is where nobody wants to be. Nicely done. Yeah, you see a little shake there of get in there. Nice collection of the nerves. Keeps you alive. DEEPAK just gotta take one game at a time. The way Brian was playing the last out, he's definitely playing full offensive mode. Just trying to cinch it. We'll see if that play continues or if he... But it all just depends on the break. If he's got a wide open table, no need not to play offensive. Got a little bit more after that off of that one. Last couple of breaks, that one ball's kind of ended right along the bottom rail there. Pretty similar layout on a lot of his breaks. But I think this one he's got enough. Should be able to come around 2 rails. Playing it with outside and ooh, squiggly line there. Let me get that out of the way. But he played it absolutely perfect. Hold up. Just kept rolling that last 8 inches, but I think he's still got enough of it. Pretty sure he's going to play this with position on the 3. Maybe just if he's got enough of it just to stop, just in case it goes in. Oh yeah, no problem. He's been playing his combos very strong. Taking a little moment, realizing that getting onto this 3 ball is the key shot from the rest of this rack. Everything else is pretty wide and available. I think he's just going to draw up the rail a bit. Came up a little bit short. Quite a bit short now that I'm actually seeing that. If he decides to cut this in, he's going to be clear up into this end of the table, taking on the 5 ball. Might actually consider just laying a safety. Might even be cutting this into the side. That's... wow. Wow, what a shot. Not over yet. Still got some work on the 5 to the 7, but after that last shot, oh, forget we're playing on a 7-foot table. It's not too far. Just got to be careful of the... yeah, that 9 ball doesn't play here. He's going to want the cue ball real near back right where he's at. Plays the wider target zone. Two balls away. Just rolling forward. Oh my goodness. Just another breath of life for DEEPAK. Wow. Unfortunate. DEEPAK's heart's racing right now. He thought it was gonna be handshaking time. Now he's got to get up and play a pretty long shot. Plays pretty natural. Just got to watch out for the side pocket. Yeah, definitely feeling it. Someone looked like they were just walking by the table there. Stand up, collect yourself. See how he handles the pressure. Perfect. Smooth. Nice speed. Definitely handling the pressure very well. He is feeling it though. We can tell. Go wipe the hands off a bit. Shake out the nerves. That last one was a nervy shot for sure. Last 2 racks getting the 9 ball off of the rail. That last shot. Brings it within 1. He looks over like I overcut that slightly, just enough to make me nervous for a second. But it goes down. We're within 1 and DEEPAK to break. Is it gonna bring it back to a hill thriller? So far in this set, DEEPAK's the only one to have broken and ran. See if he can do it again to bring himself to hill. Patrick Nix tuning back in. Close match. It is indeed. It's definitely had a little bit of everything. Some great shots, some little unfortunate points being involved, and giving a little bit of breath of life to give DEEPAK a chance and willing to overcome his nerves, man. He really is beared down. One on the break. Is it going to scratch? Oh my gosh, it's going to scratch. Oh, heartbreaker. Oh, we'll see if Brian can run this one out. Gonna roll straight up table for the 3-ball. Gets there. Is he gonna end up just a little bit straight? Yeah, he's looking like a little bit straight. He may have to kind of punch this one in to kind of create this draw line right about back in here to get heading towards the 4-ball the way he would like to be. Oh, he goes a completely different route. Ah, comes up just a little short. Yeah, I kind of like drawing the ball there just because you have less traffic to interact with, but had he gotten just a couple inches further up, I think he would have been just fine. But we have some drama. Scratching on the break to a hook. Is it gonna? Oh, just misses. Side pocket leaves it a little bit tough. Definitely manageable, but I've seen DEEPAK can kind of handle these back cuts real well so far this set. Kind of almost like just getting into the 6-ball, but man, they kind of don't know exactly what you're going to interact with if you do that. Tying up the 5, losing the cue ball. You can draw just above it. So I don't think rolling forward here, you can maybe stun above the 6. Pressure got into it there a little bit. Those touchy, tough shots, one after another. Kind of a tricky pattern to play here, but should see him kind of aiming to come into this target zone off of the 2 rails. See how close he got? Almost perfect. Wow, what a shot. Stun forward here, I think just by the 8-ball. Play center table. It's a little bit of a steep angle, but he's been really twisting his cue ball well. So he wants to kind of be hitting this 2nd rail right about in here. Beautiful. Like I said, he's been twisting that cue ball and getting it on a string really, really strong. Wondering how straight he is here. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle if he's going to be going forward or with, yeah, he's going forward. It's got a little bit of a cut to it. Come around 2 rails, back out the center table. Gets a little bit wide, but very manageable. Wonder if he's going to want to play this in the opposing side pocket. Afterwards, nope, he's going back out the center table. Maybe a little 50. Nah, perfect. For the match. Oof, he says. Yeah, little body language of. All right, well, thanks for inviting me along. Nice match. You guys all have a good one. Have a good night.